Eliminate the interferences by practice of one perception. Friendship for the happy, compassion for the sad, delight for the good, indifference to the bad. These pacify the mind. Or exhale and hold breath. Or acquisition of a sense object can give rise to mental firmness. Or by non-sorrowful self-luminosity. Or by contemplation of dispassionate entities. Or by the basic perceptions from dreams and deep sleep. Or by focus on whatever you like. From the microscopic to the macroscopic, all becomes permeated. Complete absorption, weakening its mental functions, makes the mind like a crystal, which can be inked by the color of any object, sense, or concept. Speculative complete absorption is mixed with conceptions imposed by language. Non-speculative complete absorption is devoid of intellectualization, nothing but the true form shines. Evaluative and non-evaluative complete absorption takes this further to experience the substrate of things. A substrate is a formless object from which form evolves. The above are seed samadhi. In non-evaluative complete absorption matures self-intrinsic serenity. That experience bears forth the underlying reality. This experience is different than what comes from conjecture or learning. The imprints born from it unravel the other imprints. By this unraveling, all mental functions cease. This is seedless samadhi. Yoga is performed by austerity, study, and dedication to Ishvara. Its purpose is to weaken disturbances and bring samadhi. The disturbances on knowledge, identification, like hate, fear of death. Unknowledge is the field in which the others grow, dormant, weakened, blocked, or blossomed. Ignorance, to believe the temporary is permanent, the dirty is clean, the unpleasant is pleasant, the non-self is self. identification to think the seer and the process of sight are one entity. Like our response to pleasure. Hate, our response to displeasure. Fear of death, the instinct to preserve oneself, which arises even in the learned. They're substrates. They disappear only when the mind disappears. Meditation eliminates their functions. The past, present, and future lifetimes we experience are fructifications of our accumulated endeavors. Disturbances, klesha, are the root of these actions. If there's a root, it will produce fruit, birth, health, pleasure. Whether those fruits are pleasant or painful depends on the propriety or impropriety of the endeavors. But the intelligent consider all of it distressful because distress is either caused by it, or by losing it, or by its after effect, and also because the mental functions themselves are contentious by nature. Future suffering can be eliminated by eliminating the unity between perceiver and perception. The perceivable is manifest things discernible to the senses. Its illuminating, motivating, solidifying nature can grant pleasure or disengagement. Its qualities can be specific or not, definite or not. The seer is the element of sight and nothing else. It witnesses sensations. The seer gives meaning to the seen. It is destroyed by serving its purpose, but continues to exist for other common seers. The true cause of union between seer and seen is the power of the possessor to experience its possessions. The cause of that is unknowledge. If that disappears, the union disappears, and the seer is completely free. The means to attain this freedom is unmitigated discernment. That happens after 7 stages of realization. By undertaking these aspects of yoga, the impurity diminishes by the awareness light of discernment. The 8 aspects: restraint, engagement, seating, breathing, refusal, holding, concentration, samadhi. Yama, restraint, niyama, engagement. The restraints: non-violence, truth, not stealing, sexual, prudence, non-acquisition. These rules are supreme and apply to everyone, everywhere, regardless of caste, nationality, or era. Niyama, the engagements: cleanliness, contentment, tolerance, self-study, dedication to Ishvara. When disturbed by arguments to the contrary, imagine counter-arguments. Contrary thoughts are those contrary to the yama and niyama, like thoughts of violence. They include thoughts of doing, causing, or allowing. They arise from greed, anger, or delusion. They may be mild, medium, or strong. Their counter-argument: the end result will perpetuate my unhappiness and ignorance. When non-violence is established, enmity flees. When truthfulness is established, the results of endeavors become true. When non-stealing is established, all wealths come. When sexual prudence is established, virility is gained. When non-acquisition is established, we understand our births. From cleanliness, distaste for one's body and for sex. Also, cleanliness purifies and pleases the intellect, which, thus becoming focused, takes control of the senses, improving the capacity for self-perception. From contentment comes unsurpassable pleasure. Tolerance reduces flaws, perfecting the body and senses. From self-study comes complete union with one's divinity. From dedication to Ishvara, one perfects samadhi.